Hi there, I'm Bree. Thanks for joining me on your mat today. Today's focus is quite a strong practice. So we're looking at strengthening through the shoulders, through the core, and a little bit through the rest of the body as well. So I hope you enjoy this practice today, and feel free to level up or level down as you know how, and just honour your practice for how it suits your body today. So let's come into our first pose, coming into child pose to start. Pretty much where we start every class. So bring the big toes together, taking the knees wide, and just bringing the forehead down towards the floor. You can have the arms extended, but if you feel like you need some extra space for your back, feel free just to lay the arms and bring the forehead down, just to level out the back, and allow the body to relax into your first pose. And just taking a couple of very deep breaths in through your nose, and breathing out through your nose, just to start to create a sense of warming through your body, from the center all the way out. Coming into this position, it gives you a chance to check in with your body, notice how it feels today. Noticing how the hips feel, notice how the legs feel, and all the way up through your back as well. And once you've found yourself settled in a comfortable place, just continue to breathe and just notice not only how you feel physically, but also how you feel in your mind, in your emotions. In our practice today, we're not focusing just on the physical, but also mental, emotional health as well. We'll start to work to create lots of energy, not only physically, but also mentally. Hopefully setting you up for a productive day. Just pressing the palms into your mat and just starting to energize through the body. So pressing the palms in, lifting the elbows slightly off the mat, maybe drawing the shoulders back and down, activating through the lats. You might find this is a bit of pressure on the shoulders, so you can always lift your head slightly. And really breathe into it now, so breathing in, pulling the shoulders back, pressing the hands into the floor, energizing and activating all the way up your back. Exhaling. Taking one more big breath in. And just slowly rolling up onto your hands and knees. Just bringing the shoulders over the wrists, the hips, over the knees. And just start to draw some circles here. So we're just warming up through the wrists, warming up through the back. It's not quite your regular cat-cow start here. Just take your eye gaze to the top of your mat as well, so the back of your neck is long. It's just rolling one way or the other, even rocking forward and back. Just waking up all those working muscles. And just coming back into that tabletop position. Roll the shoulders back, draw the belly up so we're really energized, and pull the shoulder blades down away from the ears. You want to lock them in behind you, so draw them back and down. And then just tucking your toes, lifting your knees ever so slightly off your mat. Holding for a breath. And just releasing the knees back down. Just notice how that really activates the back all the way down through the legs. Now just turn the eyes of your elbows inwards. Soften the elbow joints and then activate the muscles. Let's try that again. So breathing in, breathing out, and try one more breath. And drop into your knees. Untuck your toes. Give the shoulders a roll. Maybe draw some cat-cows now. Just getting movement through the spine. So we can work through activating the core by just engaging the muscles, but we can also articulate through the spine, and that can create its own core activation itself. So even feel as you draw your belly up and curl through your spine, how the core activates. And then the same for the back body as you extend the spine. So always having that awareness, not only of the movement, but of the muscles that we're working to activate and hold that body strong. Let's go back to center. Just coming into a pointer, so just extending your front leg long. Then just squaring the hips, shifting the body weight back to center so you're nice and even. Pushing that foot away strong, maybe flexing the foot and feel how that energizes right at the back of the leg. Drawing shoulders back, lifting up through your belly so you're really energized here. And then extending the opposite arm. Breathing in, extending really far here, pushing the fingertips away, pushing the heel back. And one more big breath in. And as you breathe out, just release everything back down and coming to the other side. So we start with the leg. Inhale, extend, square, lifting up. And then adding the arm. Stay with your breath. You can probably hear me snatching the breath in as I talk, but you've got lots of space to breathe. One more big breath in, and then releasing down. Let's start to find some movement through the spine now. So inhale, extending opposite arm to leg, breathing in. And as you breathe out, bring the elbow to the knee, lifting up the belly and curling through your back. 2 more, just like that, breathing in. And breathing out. Try to stay nice and square. This time you might even like to tuck your head right in and curling in towards the knee. And then one more, extending out, holding here. And you can stay here if you have the space, reaching back, taking hold of the foot, pressing the foot into the hand. And again, working on squaring the hips. So you might be raised slightly. It's really great for the posterior chain. Taking one more big breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing the leg, coming back to point first, fighting a breath, and then exhaling to release. Let's come to the other side. So reset, re-square, take a couple of cat-cows as you need to reset your body. Inhale. Exhale. Just notice how using your breath really helps you stay strong as you make your way through these strong poses. Reaching out, holding here, reaching back for the foot if you can. Finding a square position, just working the hips back to center. That's good. One more breath. Releasing. Inhale. Exhale. Taking the knees wide, big toes together. Coming back to child pose just for a moment. Just to lengthen out once more. And just continue energizing here. So continue pressing, hands into the floor, elbows lifting slightly off the ground. And taking one more breath. And slowly coming up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Find downward facing dog. Hands shoulder distance apart. Feet are hip distance apart. And then just notice how much you're lengthening through your spine. So you might need to bend your knees a little bit more. Send the tailbone back and high behind you. Roll the shoulder blades back, just like we did when we stood in that tabletop position. So shoulders back and away from the ears. Letting go of your neck so your head just sort of hangs. You can move around here. See how that feels. All the way back to your down dog. Very slowly, Rocking forward to plank. You can drop down to your knees if you need. Untuck your toes if you're there. Whether you're on your knees or your toes, come back to downward facing dog, strong through your core as you lift your hips high. Rocking forward again, knees or toes. Breathing in, and then breathing out. One more time. So again, that articulation through the spine really feels every muscle activating. And very slowly start to walk your hands towards your feet. Coming into forward fold, just let the head hang heavy here. Again, feet are hip distance apart. Maybe taking ragdoll, just rocking from side to side. Maybe nodding the head, yes or no. And rolling the shoulders. Anything to create some space here. Releasing your hands down. Oh. If you're like me and doing all of those online workouts, probably feeling a bit stiff and sore in the body, so just assess that as you go along. Notice what you need to do to release any built up tension. Let's find a halfway lift, so hands on the floor or coming up to the shins, taking a big breath in, extending through your spine. And as you breathe out, rolling all the way back down. Head and shoulders hang heavy. And let's come all the way out now. So very slowly rolling all the way out, one vertebrae at a time. Breathing in, taking the arms up overhead. Exhale, coming down to the midline to heart center. You can choose to keep your feet hip distance apart, or you might like to bring the big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. And just settling into your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Let's make our way through a nice short, strong sequence here. So breathing in, lifting the hands up over your head. As you breathe out, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose, so pushing the hips back. Again, drawing the belly in, tucking the tailbone under, and drawing the hands back behind you. This is to intensify the shoulders. Just bring your hands to heart center and just continue to work your way down. Lifting the chest. Weight shifts back into the heels. Wherever your arms are, maybe you can breathe in, lift them up. And then we slowly rise, lifting your front leg high. Lift the knee up towards the chest, still keeping the arms up. Draw the toes back, flex the foot. You can keep the knee bent, or we might like to extend your leg, taking a big breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to shift to warrior three, but keeping the legs straight, the foot flexed. The chest dives forwards, trying to keep one long line. Arms stay lifted or at the heart. One more big breath in. Big breath out, long through the front body. Inhale, keeping that leg straight, slide it down towards the floor. Just drawing a circle with the foot, maybe skimming the floor. Lifting up as high as you can, big breath in. Big breath out, shifting, touching down if you need to. Strong in that standing leg. Squaring the hips. One more time, breathing in. Touch down as you need. Breathing out. Use the wall for balance as you need. Alright, land the foot down. Rising up, coming into warrior one. So you might like to walk the feet apart so they're underneath the hips. Shoulders back, and again, hands can come to heart center. Roll the shoulders back. See if you can square your hips. So just turn the hips around a little. One more big breath in. And as you breathe out, opening up to warrior two. So take your feet a little bit wider. Good. Now, knee settles over the ankle, pressing the outer edge of the foot out and just pushing the arms apart. So lots of energy in these poses today. Lift the shoulders up, roll them back and down. And looking over that front hand as it feels comfortable. Really find your breath here. Exhale, sink right into the legs. Draw the belly in. On your next in-breath, just start to straighten that front leg. And then start to lean over, so reaching far over as you can, coming into triangle. Now keep the eye gaze down to start with, micro bend that front knee, and continue to work into pressing both legs, so the legs are strong, not just relying on that front foot. And then wherever your hand landed, keep it there. Roll the top shoulder back and think about lengthening through your side body. And as is comfortable for your neck, turn the head and start to look up towards your top arm. Find your breath, big breath in here. As you breathe out, hold strong. Really good for the core, this one, particularly the side body. One more breath. Just bring your hands to your hips. Stay in that elongated position, but just start to turn the shoulders. Rotate the hips, maybe shift the back foot in a little, and continue to work the hips around, taking a big breath in, extending once more through your spine, coming into pyramid. So lay the chest down towards the thigh, reaching your hands down towards the floor, just framing that front foot. Now if you find that you're lacking a bit of space in the hamstrings, you can come up onto the fingertips, or you can even bring your hands onto your hips and just stay in this position, just wherever it's not pulling too much. You can also bend that knee to give you a little bit more space. Wherever you are, big breath in. Breathe out, see if you can shift into the posture just a little deeper. Taking one more breath, really good stretch here. Wherever your hands are, bring them down to the floor, rotate your back foot out, bend through your front knee and drop the back knee down towards the floor, untuck the toe. Let the hips come down, lifting the chest, coming into a low lunge, either here or here. If you're up on the knee, see if you can bring your opposite hand down to the floor. And then as you breathe in, lift the top arm high and coming into a gentle twist here, just releasing the back. Big breath in. Breathe out until the hips come down a little bit more. As you breathe in, release the hand to the floor. Tuck the back toes. Shift that front foot back and come straight into downward facing dog, or you might like to make your way through a bit of a vinyasa, just lowering to low plank, coming into high plank, and then exhaling into downward facing dog. And just releasing the heels down to the floor, let the head hang heavy. And very slowly, just shift the weight into the hands, bend your knees, and step the other foot forward. So coming back to that low lunge, drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Once you've found length in your spine, hand to the floor, big breath in. And then find one long breath here, let the hips come down. Big breath in. As you exhale, release your hands to the floor. Now tuck your back foot in, and we're going to come into pyramid pose. So shift the foot in as far as you need to, so that you can ground the back heel down. And just think about pulling that front hip back, so we're squaring the hips. Breathing in, and then laying the body all the way down. And just noticing the difference from one side to the other. So there might be a little bit more space here, there might be a little bit less. So just go with it, honouring this side of your body as best you can. I always find in the difficult places, just coming into that sense of acceptance of where you are can really help. Especially when things become intense. As you breathe in, very slowly, make your way up to a long spine. You're going to find triangle pose on this side. So just start to turn the toes, set the feet, straighten that front leg, bring the hands up, and start to extend over the leg. Now once you've gone as far as you can, that's when you start to tip and keeping that length right up the side body. Eye gaze can be up or down. Check in with your neck regularly, make sure it's comfortable and not straining. keep working with your breath. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, bend through that front knee, rising up and coming into warrior two. You see where we're going here. We're just reversing our sequence to come into the other side. So open the chest, roll the shoulders back and down. And just stay here for another breath and just adjust into that posture and see if you can stay. Feel what happens when you become still. Taking that back arm, sweeping it down and around, inhaling to rotate the back heel out, exhaling, warrior one, roll shoulders back, lifting the chest. Now from here, rotate the back heel out, coming into that long lunge, rolling and opening through the shoulders. We're going to shift into warrior three, so leaning forward as far as you can over that front leg, and then picking up, just move back a little bit, picking up the back leg, flexing the toes, shifting the weight, squaring the hips. Keeping that leg long, breathing in, sweeping it down and along the ground, and then roll the way up. Big breath in, big breath out. 2 more times. Remember, you can bring your hands to heart center at any time. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Foot comes down. Exhale. Bring the feet together or slightly apart. Push the hips back. Back to chair pose. Lift the chest. Eye gaze up. Hands. Arms where it's comfortable. Now from here we're going to lower down to the floor. So bringing the hands up, everybody bring the hands up. And as you breathe out, start to bring the hips down towards the heels. Your heels can come off the ground if they need to. And then as gracefully as you can, probably more gracefully than that, taking your seat and coming into boat pose. So taking the knees up, chest is lifted, arms alongside the leg. Now if this is too intense, bring the feet down and just focus on lifting up through the chest. So we want to focus on not rounding through the back, but keeping the chest and the arms lifted. So lots of strength through the core here. So wherever you are, feet down or feet up. Keep lifting, keep breathing. And if you'd like to go a little bit further, you can extend your legs. Keep lifting the chest, lifting the hands. Wherever you are, keep breathing and keep lifting. One more breath. And as you breathe out, we're going to come all the way down to our back. We can go nice and slow. So maybe the feet are down, maybe the feet are up, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. And then lowering the legs down. Ooh. Lots of energy today. One more strengthening pose, coming into bridge pose. So just bring the feet close to the butt, arms down by your sides, palms up or down. I prefer palms up. Just encourages the chest to open. Now press your heels strongly into the mat. Lift the hips and come up nice and high. You can climb onto your shoulder blades here. Keep pressing into the heels. Keep breathing right up through the front. And this is a nice opening for the hip flexors as well. Now once you come up into this position, just keep the neck and the head still, just protecting the neck. Big breath in. Big breath out, lowering down. Let's do that twice more. Breathing in. And then breathing out nice and slow. See if you can work through the spine here. So tuck the tailbone under and curling up one vertebrae at a time to come all the way up. And then reversing it, so coming down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Bring your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, and then just take a gentle rock from side to side. You deserve it. Taking the arms wide, let the knees fall across to the front of the room, wherever you are. Let the knees land, adjust your shoulders. Maybe turn your head, look down the opposite arm, and just take a rest here. So just slow things down. Allow the heart and the breath to settle. And the next in breath, as you feel ready, lift the knees up through centre. Adjusting the hips if you need to. Let the knees fall across the other way. Turning the head as it feels comfortable for your neck. You might even like to reach down and take hold of the leg. If that feels good. Drawing the knees up a little bit higher to deepen your twist. As you next breathe in, bring your knees back to centre. Just bring your knees right into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs. Maybe even bring your nose up towards your knees, just curling into a little ball. Taking one more really big breath in. And as you breathe out, extending your legs, taking your arms down by your sides. Coming into a nice short Shavasana. Just allow the shoulders to relax, the palms to face up. And just your feet fall in the natural direction. After all that strengthening work for the back, it's good just to come and lay the spine to lengthen out, allow the muscles to rest. And close down your eyes. Letting go of all the muscles in your belly, giving the breath room to come freely into your body. At this point in the practice, you can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish. I always recommend a good 10 minutes. But if you are short on time, then you're ready to come with me. Taking one more big breath in, taking the arms up over your head. Find a full body stretch. Very gently bring the knees back in towards the chest. And very gently rolling onto one side. Taking a moment to stay connected with yourself. Hold on to this feeling of connection between mind and body. And maybe setting an intention for the rest of your day. Very gently press your way up, coming into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed if you can. Taking a big breath in, lifting the hands up over your head. And as you breathe out, bring your hands down to heart center, keeping the eyes closed. If you chose to set an intention, breathe it into your body now. And take a long, loud exhale through your mouth. Sending it out into the world. Bring your thumbs to third eye center. Taking one more big breath in. As you exhale, bowing forward. Namaste.